Once upon a time, in a cozy little kitchen filled with the delicious smells of cooking, there lived a very special potato named Spudnaut. Now, Spudnaut wasn't your average, everyday potato. While his potato pals were perfectly happy dreaming of becoming crispy, golden French fries or creamy, buttery mashed potatoes, Spudnaut had his eyes set on something much, much bigger. He had a dream that was truly out of this world. One sunny morning, he stood tall on the kitchen counter, wearing a shiny spoon as a makeshift helmet and standing proudly next to a soda can. He called his rocket ship. "I'm going to space," he announced with all the confidence a small potato could muster. Well, you can imagine the reaction. The carrots, who were usually quite polite, couldn't help but let out a giggle. The onions, with their many layers of drama, rolled their eyes so hard they almost tipped over. Even the wise old garlic, tucked away in his little basket, whispered to a clove next to him, "He's completely lost a sprout." But did Spudnaut listen? Not for a second. Their laughter and doubts just fueled his determination. But every single night, when the kitchen was quiet and dark, he would perch himself by the window, gazing up at the vast star-dusted sky. He'd stare at the moon, a big, glowing pearl in the darkness, and whisper his secret wish to the cosmos. "One day, I'll see the stars up close. I just know it." He spent his days training, rolling back and forth to build up his core strength, and practicing his anti-gravity bounces on a squishy tomato. He was a potato on a mission. Then, one seemingly ordinary Tuesday, something extraordinary happened. The blender, which had been peacefully minding its own business, suddenly let out a deafening boom. A powerful gust of air, like a mini hurricane, shot across the countertop. Spudnaut, who was in the middle of his daily training routine, was caught completely off guard. He rolled and tumbled, a tiny brown sphere caught in the chaos, and landed with a soft thump right inside the recycling bin. Oh, peelings, he thought. This wasn't part of the launch sequence. But destiny, as it turns out, has a funny way of working. The recycling bin wasn't headed for the curb. It was being carried out of the house and taken to a school science fair. Spudnaut peeked out from behind a cardboard tube and saw a room buzzing with excitement, filled with bubbling beakers and weird contraptions. A bright-eyed kid named Mia spotted him almost immediately. Her face lit up. "Perfect," she exclaimed, gently picking him up. "We'll use this potato for our rocket experiment." Spudnaut couldn't believe his eyes. He was going to be part of a real rocket. Minutes later, he was carefully placed inside a homemade rocket crafted from a plastic bottle, cardboard fins, and a whole lot of glitter. This was it. The moment he had dreamed of. Mia and her friends gathered around, their faces full of anticipation. The countdown began, echoing through the school gym. 3, 2, 1, liftoff. With a mighty whoosh and a trail of sparkling glitter, the rocket shot straight into the air. For a few glorious, shining seconds, Spudnaut was flying. He soared past the fluffy white clouds painted on the ceiling, through a dazzling shower of glitter that looked just like a galaxy of stars. He was a real astronaut, an astrotator. He shouted with pure joy, "Look at me, everyone, I'm a baked star now." It was everything he had ever imagined and more. But, of course, what goes up must come down. Gravity, which had apparently taken a short nap, suddenly remembered its job, and with a gentle asterisk, BOING asterisk, Spudnaut landed, safe and sound, on a soft, springy lettuce leaf in the school's vegetable garden. Back in the kitchen, news of his flight had spread like wildfire. Everyone rushed to the window to watch. The carrots clapped their leafy green tops. The onions cried, but for once they were tears of joy. Spudnaut, sitting on his leafy throne, smiled the proudest smile a potato had ever smiled. He hadn't reached Mars or Jupiter, but for one tiny potato with a giant dream, he had touched the stars. And he realized that sometimes dreams don't have to be huge to be meaningful. They just have to be powerful enough to lift you off the ground, even for just a little while. Thank you so much for watching Spudnaut's incredible journey. If you loved this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.